Hello everyone, it's Kari from sunshineinmypocket.com, and today I have a fun project for you using this stamp set from Miss Ink Stamps. This is called Java Joe's, and I just love this little coffee shop storefront. I thought it would be fun to create a little Valentine corner cafe, a little coffee cafe with this set, and so today we're going to create that using a lot of 3D elements and some things to pop up off the card to make it a little more interesting. Now I'm going to be using some bright Valentine colors on this card today, and so the first thing I'm going to do is stamp that down onto a mini slimline card. This is an interesting card size. It is 6 inches by 3.5, and I decided it was a perfect size for this coffee cafe. Then on a second piece of paper I am stamping the cafe one more time, some of the little topiary trees, and the little sign that goes out front of the coffee shop. And that is going to be what we use to layer on top of this scene. So to color these up, I'm using some of my favorite bright green colors, and I'm going to list all of the colors here for you on the screen. I'm coloring these up very simply, taking the darkest YG around the outside of each of those little topiaries, blending them out with the mid-tone, which is YG05, and then going in the middle with the lightest YG01. And that creates a really bright, fun, happy color. So now I'm going to color the awning of the coffee shop. I'm taking 3 colors of light pink and just quickly going over the awning. Now I'm coloring this on the second sheet that we stamped all of those images on. So you can see the mini slimline is still off to the right. This is because I'm going to cut this out and pop it up on top of that mini slimline. So the awning is going to get all the coloring on this one, and then we're going to color the rest on that actual mini slimline. But I want to color the outside portion of the awning as well, because that could show up underneath the one that we pop up on top. So now I'm taking the neutral grays, and this is just N5, N3, N1, I believe. And I'm coloring up the rest. Now I've always dreamed of having a little awning over my work, where I work, and I love this pink and gray combination. I also thought it was cute for Valentine's. So we're making dreams come true on cards today. So this is really fun for me. So you can see I colored that outside of the awning on the mini slimline panel as well. And now I'm just going around the door jambs and the outlines of all of those with the mid-tone gray, just still using those neutrals. I went ahead and colored the doorknobs and the little awning holder kind of hanger piece with some yellow. And now I'm going to color the doors. These doors are going to be magenta. And I start off with this RV09, but as I'm coloring, I decide it's just way too bright. So I'm going to bring in a little bit darker of a magenta over that, which is the RV19. And I like that a lot better. So I will use those 2 colors for the door, just using the lighter, brighter color in the center there, as you can see, and then I'm also going to start on the second door using the RV09 first and going over it with the RV19, so I get the same shade as the first door. So that is the doors to the coffee shop. I think they're bright and fun, and it is turning out to be the cutest little Valentine cafe so far. So it's time to do a little fussy cutting. I'm going to cut out the awning and also all of the other little plants that I colored. And now this set has a really cute cobblestone walkway that I want to use for the entrance of this coffee shop. So I'm going to stamp those out in black. That is the gnome set, Pumpkin Spice Gnomes. Has so many great images, and this cobblestone worked out really wonderful for this card. I started off just stamping 3 little cobblestones, but you're going to see later that I add quite a bit more and kind of take it off to the left as well. And so you'll see that in just a minute. But I'm going to use the rest of this image now as a mask. And so I'm cutting those out just to mask over the top of the door and the top of the sign. I'm using some adhesive, temporary adhesive, to just put that on so I can ink up the background with some iced spruce distress ink. That's going to be for the backdrop of our little brick building here. So I'm just quickly inking that on, just a very simple light inking. And because I have the door and the coffee shop sign covered, we are safe. They're not going to get grayed out by this. I'm taking some of the speckled egg light blue for the bottom portion. The cobblestones are going to be a little bit on the blue side, and so I'm going to ink that onto the bottom portion. When I removed the temporary adhesive, it did stick a little bit to the center there. No worries, I just wiped it away with my fingers, and the rest I got with this adhesive eraser, which is really great. So we're good to go there. And now it is time to create that building with the bricks. So there is a little brick stamp in this Java Joe set, which I love. So I'm going to take some weathered wood distress oxide, and I'm going to just stamp them here and there, kind of rotating my stamp every once in a while so that they don't look all the same direction. And I'm just going to put them a little bit off some of the paper here too, so we get kind of that brick look, but it's not all over. So just a little bit here and there. I'm masking off the bottom so I can put some on the bottom there as well. And now I'm just going to take a neutral gray and go under the edge of each of those bricks so that they look like they're popping off the background. This is so simple to do, and it adds so much, I think, to the card. So all you have to do is just take a little bit to the left and to the bottom of each of the bricks, and it makes them look a little more 3D. To finish off the background, I'm just going to extend the line of the horizon here so that it goes all the way to the edge of the card. And so we get a separation from the building and the sidewalk cobblestones there. I'm just going to go over that with a neutral gray. Now it's time to put this card together. So you can see that I stamped some little hearts from the stamp set onto that clapboard there. I colored it in grays to look like a chalkboard, and now we're ready to make our Valentine Cafe come to life. I'm going to score the line of this awning so that I can fold it easier and make this look more 3D. I am scoring right here along the line, and now I'm going to fold that down. You can see it makes it so much easier to fold down and not get any creasing on your paper. I forgot to color up those cobblestones. I'm going to do the same thing that I did to the bricks, just putting a little bit of cool grays on this one here for the cobblestones and make those pop a little more. To color up the coffee cup, I'm using the same colors of green that we used on the topiaries, and that's going to make those really jump out. So now I'm putting some foam tape, and this is some extra foam tape I've had, just some random pieces that I'm cutting to fit on the awning, and I am going to pop up the front or the top, no, not the top part, the bottom part of the awning, and I'm going to glue down the top part so that it looks like it's coming out from the card. So you can see here I'm putting a line of glue along the top just beneath the coffee sign and gluing that down, and then the bottom portion is popped up with those pop dots. So look at that. You see that dimension? This is so fun. It looks so cool in real life. I just love that. So now we're going to glue on the topiaries and pop up the topiary that is most in the front with some of those pop dots as well. So here I'm putting on the last one of those. Look how cute this Valentine Coffee Cafe is. I also pop up that clapboard there in the front, the little sign with the hearts. And now I'm trying to decide which sentiment I want. This one says, "Who needs inspirational quotes when you can have coffee?" And then there's one that says, "Love you more." And I just loved that sentiment, "Love you more." I thought it was perfect. So I wanted to use that one. So in order to do that and make it look right, I added some more cobblestones, and I'm just going to color those in the same exact way and fill in a few with my Copic multi-liner. So that's going to give us the illusion of a little cobblestone path kind of leading off to the left just a bit. Now you can see that cute sentiment. By the way, that sentiment is from the Fall Bouquet stamp set. I love the font on that. So cute. So for the slimline, I've cut the background to 6 by 7 and I scored it at 3.5 so that you get the perfect card base for this mini slimline. Now I'm just going to glue it on and we're going to finish up the card. Isn't this size perfect for this little coffee cafe? Here's a little look at the card and all that dimension. I did pop up the little sign with 2 layers of foam tape. And now for the windows, I thought it needed a little more blue. I did add some before, but it just looked like it needed a little more reflection. So I'm going in with some really light blues. This is the B000, I believe, could be the quadruple 0. But I add a little darker of a blue as well so that you get that window look, kind of like a reflection look there on those doors, glass doors. You could color those doors in solid if you wanted to. I just thought the glass looked really cute. So there we go. There's our card. And now I forgot to color up those branches on the topiaries, just adding a little bit of brown to finish those up. And there you have it. Very, very cute. I love our little Valentine corner coffee cafe with all the dimension, all those cobblestones leading off to the left, the pops of pink and gray, just really fun. I hope you enjoyed this video today. I really enjoyed making it for you. I hope that I inspired you to create some little corner coffee scenes of your own, and I will see you real soon with my next video. Thanks for stopping by. Bye-bye.